Welcome to another great episode of CWN Sports. Of course, this is a product of CWN. Uh, no words that we say will have a direct impact of the mission or vision statement of CWN. Of course, we have an awesome main event, ladies and gentlemen. Um, Also, we have a lot of stuff we have to cover all throughout the whole week of some sporting events. First off, we're going to start off with the Olympics. That is just started today. The ceremony was last night, and I did not get a chance to watch it, but I heard it was an awesome event. American shooter Virginia Thrasher has won the first gold medal of the Rio Olympics in the women's 10-meter air rifle. Also, some news coming in about a controlled explosion. A controlled explosion was carried out near the finish line of the men's road race in Rio de Janeiro as Brazil's anti-bomb squad destroyed a suspect package around 2 hours and 20 minutes before the race was due to finish. A loud bang was heard on the BBC coverage of the road race, with the commentary Simon Brotherton and the former Olympic gold medal winning cyclist Chris Boardman falling silent for a number of seconds before confirming that the noise had come from the finish line. Minutes later, a number of journalists in Rio de Janeiro took Twitter to confirm that the bang was caused by a controlled explosion carried out by the Brazilian anti-bomb squad, with the riders still more than 70 kilometers away. BBC Andrew Cropper later confirmed security forces telling us on the ground that they exploded a suspect bag. Area is just behind the spectators seating at the finish line of a road race at the Cabana Beach. Sorry for destroying that word. The explosion was the second bomb square to have occurred since the start of the games, after the anti-bomb squad robots were used to inspect two suspicious bags near the volleyball arena while the Olympic opening ceremony was taking place. The two bags were later found to be safe, but both of the incidents were proven a reminder of race security measures to be employed in Reno while the Olympics take place. So you people that wants to terrorize the Olympics, you might as well quit now because the security forces is ahead of your game. Um, there's a lot of coverage for the WWE this week. I apologize for not coming on Tuesday uh, to do the round off or the recap of the SmackDown uh, show. I had some other things going on, but like I said, a lot to cover for the WWE this week. Ryan Reeves, known to be Ryback, announces departure from the WWE in a Instagram video. I personally watched the video myself. It is his official account, um, and it is his face. So apparently, the real Ryback posted the video, so it's true. The rumors is true. Ryan did say, from this point forward, myself and the WWE will no longer be conducting business together. However, Ryan also teased the launch of a website and also a clothing line. To make it for SmackDown, I'm going to do it today. We know about Lillian Garcia. She left the WWE to tend to family. Uh, we don't know if she's coming back. I think she is, but I can't confirm that. So um, she did leave once before and came back. She just left. She might come back, when her family member passes away, if that is the case. We don't know this yet. We don't want to throw the stones in the bag just yet. So I'm not going to put words in nobody's mouth about this. We just don't know. I'm not going to really assume about it. Um, but to me, this is a leave of absence for her. She might return, she might not. SmackDown was in Nashville, Tennessee on Tuesday. Apollo Crews defeated Kalisto and Corbin to win the number one contendership for the Intercontinental Championship at the SummerSlam. Also, Becky Lynch and Eva Marie ended with a no contest because Eva Marie chickened out, claiming that she got hurt during her entrance. American Alpha defeated the Bondarians. To me, they look like a bunch of. I think they need to change their outfit completely. Shave down the mustache. Look like an old TV show they're coming off of. I mean, very old, like the 60s or 50s or 40s. I just don't get the appearance. AJ Styles and John Cena agreed to a match at SummerSlam. John Cena and AJ Styles are ready to face off. Styles and Cena continued their ever-expanding rivalry on the SmackDown Live in the process to agree to the mega match for SummerSlam. In fact, they both held one pinfall over another, did a little temper their verbal Justin as Styles proposed that they will run it back again at SummerSlam. This time with a twist. If Styles snags the victory at the biggest party of the summer, Cena will have to claim the phenomenal one to be the better superstar. Never one to scurry away from pressure, Cena immediately accepted, and now at SummerSlam, if someone is guaranteed to face the music. Randy Orton defeated Fandango in a disqualification following Randy Orton's surprise attack. Seth Gruen RKO on Brock Lesnar on Monday Night Raw. We remember that. The Viper clamored to shame a man for even more of the beast after carefully what you wish for. Randall Keith, yep, that's his real name. With the ring surrounded by security guards in an event of Lesnar's sighting, Orton took on a disgruntled Fandango who was still upset over the remarks about Orton about the WWE Battleground. Even with his Fandango partner Tyler Breeze at ringside, Fandango did not have enough in the tank to get out the Viper Bill until Viper Bill suddenly transformed into the Suplex City when Lesnar emerged. With paying the favor from Monday night, Lesnar charged the ring and hit the brutal F5 on Orton, laying out the Apex Predator before security intervened and escorted the Beast out of the arena while Orton laid lifeless on the mat. Reno gored Heath Slater backstage, coming off being betrayed by his now former friend Jinder Mahal on Raw. Slater was back at it, pleading his case as to why he deserved to be signed into the contract on Team Blue. This time it should be Daniel Bryan to attempt to reason with Slater. He literally snuck into the back door of Bridgestone Arena in Nashville, naturally refusing to take no for an answer. However, the idea of Slater having a match to win his way in SmackDown, the roster was broached. Slater, an opponent, or maybe better yet, have an opponent find Slater. Reassembled the shades of last week, Reno appeared and hit Slater with a gore in Daniel Bryan's office. Bryan then made it official: Slater versus Reno next week. God bless Heath Slater's soul. How about this match? Natalya versus Carmella ended up in a no contest in the wake of her loss to Becky Lynch to kick off the new era of SmackDown Live last week. Natalya was all business, and as she now set her attention on Carmella. Now, attacking her would be a opponent from behind the match could even begun. From there, the results were not fabulous for the uh, hottest person in the ring. Natalia applied the sharpshooter before the referees pried her off the Princess of Stratton Island um, in the Queen of Hearts, leaving her on her own power. Now, Dolph Ziggler versus Bray Wyatt was an awesome match. I did see that match a little bit. Um, Dolph Ziggler defeated Bray Wyatt to retain the #1 contendership for the WWE World Heavyweight Championship at SummerSlam. The CWC Cruiserweight Classic, we know that's going to hit Monday Night Raw at any given moment. 1 second, let me get it. Let me get some Dr. Pepper inside of me. And no, this show is not sponsored by Dr. Pepper either. I wish it was. Rich Swann defeated Jason Lee first round match. Norm Dar versus Garv Shar first round match. Jack Gawler versus Fabian first round match. Johnny versus Tomisco first round match. Pretty much that was a good round off. Noam defeated Garv. Jack defeated Fabian. Johnny defeated Tomisco. Remember, SummerSlam is just around the corner on Sunday, August the 21st, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time at Barclays Center in Brooklyn, New York. At NXT, did not get to see that, but Hernando versus Shane. Hernando defeated Shane. Good match. You can already see that. Mojo defeated, well, technically it ended up being a no contest. Mojo versus Chris Atkins. Then there was an NXT Women's Champion. Alicia defeated Aliyah in a non-title match. Also, the wait is finally over, ladies and gentlemen. Bobby Roode said it's best when he made his first comments arriving to NXT. The highly sought after the free agent's cocky attitude was on the full display in his first NXT address. Now, while the NXT universe were clearly happy to see the former world champion inside the NXT ring, the Goodwill quickly found out that the window when Roode started trashing the fans in attendance. Roode predicted that the crowd at Full Snow Arena would soon be filled with presidents and vice presidents of Fortune 500 companies as he makes the NXT a better place. The cocky competitor then went on to claim that he is now him of the new NXT, and from this moment forward, NXT will be glorious. Then the NXT Tag Team Champion, the Rebel, defeated the TM61 on a non-title match. Man, NXT was kind of busy that night, wasn't it? Alright, let's go on to the UFC. MMA fighter, ladies and gentlemen. Jeremy Kennedy signs on with the UFC. There's no signs of CM Punk fighting in the near future. He is keep on chickening out, it looks like. So I think UFC is going to finally eventually cut him loose next time he chickens out on a match. I hope they do in the future, because it's not like WWE, and he knows it. Let's go down to TNA. TNA was kind of busy. You can hear Broken Matt Hardy's interview with Chris Jericho right now on Podcast One Network. It's absolutely for free. You can get it on iTunes. It's if you take time to look in iTunes, look for Chris Jericho. Promise you, he's there. You can listen to Broken Matt Hardy's interview with Chris Jericho. But remember, it's for a limited time only. before you have to pay something. Podcast One isn't free that much after uh, 5 or 6 shows are posted, then you have to pay something to to actually hear the past episodes after the 5th episode was posted. So you have a limited time on this because Chris Jericho is good about doing the podcast twice a week. So you don't have that far, uh, a long time to wait. It's going to be a short time. There is a champion versus champion match on the 11th of August, just around the corner. Lashley versus Storm will dance in the ring at 8/7 Central. There is a poll open on CWN Sports until tomorrow, about 2 o'clock in the afternoon. We'll give the poll results on the next podcast, okay? Let's talk about the matches. Storm defeats Eli Drake to win the King of the Mountain title. However, Gail Kim defeats uh, uh, Eli and Cena, allowing her to continue to try to earn a shot at the Knockout titles match. Jeff Hardy, Obsolete Mule, and the Broken Matt Hardy defeats Chuck Taylor and J2 Dunn. I like this match. Did not see it. Heard it was a good one. Guerrero and Mahabali, sir, sorry for tearing up your names. I don't care. Defeat the Terminal and Al Snow. EC3 defeats Mike Bennett to become the first contender to the TNA title. Impact numbers are in for the week, and the trend is not good. The viewership totals drop to, the numbers really count, and it tells the truth. Something's going on with TNA. Maybe the leadership doesn't care anymore, or maybe everybody wants to see a live show. Okay, 3,500 last week, losing 33,000 viewers for a show that only pulls in about 300 to 400K per episode. 30K is pretty much a 10% loss. The numbers have seen overall downward trends since the Fatal Deletion did the best Pop TV numbers for the promotion on July the 5th. I know Pop TV will not put up with the numbers anytime soon. They're probably going to pull the show eventually off the air because the numbers will tell how it is. The switch to Thursday could be to blame, but their first 2 Thursday shows did 362,000 and 350,000 respectively. There hasn't been any major title matches advertised through the last night, and pretty much finals were a shorter tournament to the crown number 1 contenders to the TNA title last night. There wasn't any major competition last night that could be attributed for the big drop. TNA will likely look into the next week's live show with another title versus title match, this time between the TNA champ Bobby Lashley and the King of the Mountain champ James Storm to help rebound the ratings. While the numbers have certainly been lowered this week, it'll definitely be concerning if it doesn't rebound next week. On July the 5th, the ratings, it's just plain, this is the numbers that came in. 410,000. July the 12th, 358,000. July the 21st, 362,000. July the 28th, 350,000. And this week, major drop, 317,000. Remember, Season 3 premieres on Wednesday, September the 7th at 8 p.m. Eastern Time on the Lucha Underground, sorry about that. So, Lucha Underground coming back on September the 7th on the El Rey Network. You might want to take a look at that. I haven't seen it yet, but I heard it's pretty good by the reviews from the Mike and Morgan show. So, I don't know. I might have to take a look at it. Main event's just around the corner, but tonight, or right now, you can actually see the NFL Hall of Fame on only on the NFL Network. No other networks carrying this one. Very important that you see that. Also, tomorrow, Hall of Fame game. Colts versus the Packers on ESPN only at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I can't wait to see that at all. I really can't wait. Going back to the Olympics, and we're going to hit the Major League Baseball. The women's individual fencing finals gold medal is in progress right now. Swimming men's 400 meters individual medley is tonight at 9:03 p.m. The swimming men's 400 freestyle is today at 9:30 p.m. The swimming for the women's 400 individual medley is tonight at 9:49 p.m. The archery for the men's team is completed. Can't wait. I can't wait for the results. Okay, I really can't. Let's go to the NBA. Then we're gonna hit the Major League. Let's hit the first. Let's hit the MLB, Major League Baseball. Then we're gonna go to the main event. Good idea, right? I kind of lost track of what I was trying to say. I guess that's who I am sometimes. I forget. Let me take a swallow. Give me a second. All right. There's some baseball going on right now on ESPN. Illinois versus Australia. Right now it's top of the sixth. Illinois 7, Australia first, 2 outs. Pitches is 96. And ESPN just went to commercial. Go figure, right? All right. Usually I tell the games and the games and the scores, but today I'm going to tell you the standings of each team of the Major League Baseball. Okay, y'all ready for this? Okay, let's do this. I'm going to do it by wins and losses, okay? Starting with the East. The Orioles, 62 wins and 46 losses. Blue Jays, 63 wins and 47 losses. Those Red Sox has 60 wins and 48 losses. Yankees is tied with 55 wins and 55 losses. Those darn Rays, they're not looking good this season because they have 44 wins and 64 losses. Let's go to the Central. Indians, they're looking good this season. 62 wins and 46 losses. Those darn Tigers, they have 60 wins and 49 losses. Those darn White Sox, they're looking good, but they're kind of sagging on their place because they have 52 wins and 57 losses. Those Royals, same thing as the White Sox. However, they have 51 wins and 58 losses. Those Twins better give up now because they have 44 wins and 65 losses. Let's go over to the West. Those Rangers, they're looking great this season. 63 wins and 47 losses. However, those Astros, they're looking good this season too because it's 57 wins and 52 losses. Those Mariners, they have 55 wins and 55 losses, almost tied. Those Angels of, I don't know if they're really Angels, but they're out of Anaheim. They might go ahead and call it quits because they have 49 wins and 60 losses. Those Athletes, 48 wins and 61 losses. Let's go over to the National League. Nationals, 65 wins and 44 losses. Those Thorn Marlins, they have 58 wins and 51 losses. Those Mets have 56 wins and 53 losses. Those Phillies, they must have just go ahead and call it a season. 51 wins and 60 losses. The Braves, they might as well call it a season. They're not even going to get caught up now. They might as well quit while they're ahead because they have 39 wins and 70 losses. I feel sorry for you, Braves fans. I really do. It is what it is. Those clubs, they're just doing great this season. 67 wins and 41 losses. Those Cardinals, looking good this season. Keep it up because you have 58 wins and 51 losses. Those Pirates are almost tied. 54 wins and 53 losses. Those Brewers must just go ahead and call it because they have 48 wins and 59 losses. Those Reds must just call it a season because you have 44 wins and 64 losses. Over at the West, those Giants have 62 wins and 47 losses. Those Dodgers looking good, 60 wins and 49 losses. Rockies, you're almost tied on wins to losses because you have 54 wins and 55 losses. Padres, you might as well call it quits, including you Diamondbacks. Padres, 47 wins and 62 losses. And Diamondbacks, you might as well call it a season because you have 44 wins and 65 losses. What the heck? Um, I don't know what to say about the half of the teams that's playing this year or this season. That's losing almost every game, in my opinion. But that's only my opinion. We are commercial free today because this is the weekend and this is the first time we are actually doing it. The whole roundup for the weekend. It's just what's best for business. Before we hit the main event, remember tomorrow, Hall of Fame game for the NFL on ESPN Network. Packers versus the Colts. Going to be an awesome game. Actually, it's going to be a heck of a rivalry game, tell you the truth. I don't know how to explain it any more further than that without going into details on the rivalry. I'm not ESPN Network, but however, we are the best podcast around. That provides you all the sports entertainment there is. At least try to get there. We're aiming to be the best. We're aiming to get some reviews from you. Of course, your reviews matter to me because I want to know how I'm doing. Remember, the preseason is about to get started in NFL. Thursday, September the 8th on NBC. Okay, that's 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Panthers versus the Broncos. My wild card says that the Panthers might win, but however, the Broncos is still on fire due to the last season when they kind of win, in my opinion, at the Super Bowl. I think it was pretty much a fixed game because the person just retired. I think that was just a fixed game because of that retirement. That's my opinion. I know it's true. Illinois is still landing over Australia 7-1. Olympics still going on right now. Let's get back down to the main event right here on CWN Sports Network. You always hear about people talking about how wrestling is fake. It tends to be a very debatable but interesting topic, in my opinion. With all the types of matches there is, including Hell in a Cell, Steel Cage, a few in hardcore matches, Infernal matches, some other matches like backstage, matches, stuff like that. It's pretty much an interesting topic. Not too far long ago, Jeff Hardy was caught on fire. He was a big fireball due to broken Matt Hardy catching him on fire. That was on TNA. Sorry about that. I had to get a chug of Dr. Pepper for you listening on a podcast on iTunes or on our Google Play channel. I really don't see how that could be fake, because there's a lot of dangers even in an Infernal match, because in an Infernal match you have to literally get your opponent outside the ring through the fire around the ring. Your opponent will be on fire the time he hits the floor around ringside. That's why you see, officials around the ring with fire extinguishers, and also medical team standing by. I just don't see how that could be fake. I really don't. Maybe the haters don't know what they're really talking about, because they rather slander the companies and really take time to watch the show. If you don't like the show at all, then no one's really forcing you to watch it. Alright, nobody is never going to believe you, because video doesn't lie. We see all the time that warnings that the wrestling companies put out on video games, TV shows, maybe put on their website, stuff like that. Do not try this at home. That should give you an idea that this stuff ain't fake. Alright? Don't be dishing my language either. I have the right to say whatever. It's my show. The dangers of wrestling is there. Alrighty? Some people will still call it fake, but they don't know what they're talking about. Because Owen Hart died before a match that even got started. The bell hasn't even rung. The next opponent wasn't even in the ring. In 1999 Over the Edge pay-per-view event, Owen Hart plummeted approximately over 70 feet downward before whiplashing off the top rope and into the ring. Now, for those who think it's still fake, let's talk about those who was forced to resign due to a life-threatening injury. Daniel Bryan, William Regal, Corey Graves, Tom Billington, sorry about that. How about Kristen? How about Tyson Kidd, Rated R Superstar Edge, Rick Rude, Chris Nolasky, Bret Hart, Steve Austin, Sting, Brie Bella. Those are just some of the names. Sting had to retire last year. It was already the news due to an injury that he fought Triple H in a match not too long ago. I think it was WrestleMania, if I remember straight. For those who returned from injury, Seth Rollins, Randy Orton, Enzo Amore, John Cena, Triple H, Undertaker, and Nikki will soon come back. The list is still coming out. How about those superstars that filed a lawsuit against WWE for brain injury? Something to think about. Injuries are real, and very hard to cover up. So those haters really don't know what they're talking about. Because we all know that x-rays don't lie, or medical reports don't lie, scars don't lie, surgical surgeries don't lie, scars from surgeries don't lie, actually. Taking shots on your back, leg, arm, with anything like a chair or a piece of board or anything around the arena, or going through the trailton, going through a table, going through, let's see, I remember this match. How about the pyros? One of the superstars got hurt over that because one of the superstars got burnt from a pyro which he was thrown on. How about electrocution? I remember this. Triple H had to take out some glass out of his body because Roman Reigns hit him with a flat screen TV not too long ago. You see bruises and scars and blood. You hear reports of broken bones. You see doctors around the ringside ready to tend to superstars when needed. Taking a bump on the head can cause concussions. That's why you see NFL taking action on that. And any doctor would tell you that if you get a bump on the head, chances are you have a concussion. Ask your doctor about that. The superstars put their life on the line each and every time when they perform. Alright? Common sense there. Alright? America is lacking common sense these days. You can see that. They put their life on the line to entertain each and every fan, each and every time when they go out. Recently, Steve Austin said on his podcast that everything that you see on TV in the ring is completely for real. Hulk Hogan told one of his fans that everything in the ring that you see is real. So you haters saying it's fake, how about you go try take a bump in the square circle, or take a chair shot on your back, get pins stuck in your skin, get thrown through a table, see how you feel after that. That's how the superstars feel. They are sore each and every day after a match. We know video never lies. Ask your attorney about that too, or ask your doctor. Go step in the ring yourself and see how fake the wrestling is completely be, if you need to be. Spreading the hate against these companies never ever solves a thing. Please allow the fans to entertain the entertainment. Just let them enjoy the entertainment without you spreading the hate. I know you have the right to voice your opinion, but no one's never going to believe you. Okay? Because they'll see it in the video. You'll see the superstars' facial expressions on each and every time when they take a bump or get thrown through a table, get thrown through something, get chair shots. They go through stuff. Let's talk about their live match. Y'all, I know, and I've seen some stuff on YouTube about how they did a burial live match, and it's true. They do it for safety reasons. They throw the superstar in the hole. The superstar only has less than a minute to get in the box on the bottom of that hill that has two doors, one on top and one on the side. That top closes, and that superstar can crawl out on the other side that goes outside the hill, while the Vico covers the hole up. It allows the superstar to stay alive. Pretty much that's safety reasons, and it's pretty much common sense. No one's really not going to believe you at all. Okay, it might be scripted, but remember, rest of the TV shows is scripted, also including the news. That's why you see reports of teleprompters. That's a script. I have a script I'm looking at right now. It gives me an idea on what to say next. Um, each match, all the superstars have to do is call out the next couple moves to the opponent due to safety reasons. If you hear top rope, RKO midair, or if you hear top rope, clothesline out ringside, then you know what's next. Okay. When that move goes wrong, you could suffer a broken bone, forced retirement, or to death. All right. You see Steve Austin and Bret Hart going at it. The famous match of all times. Um, they wasn't prepared to go red. However, Bret Hart told Steve Austin to, make the match successful and more better. Let's turn you red. That means cut open. Vince McMahon wasn't ready for that. Vince McMahon actually warned them not to do that because it was PG rating. But they went ahead and done it, and look at the ratings now because they went over and beyond the Call of Duty in that match. Blood is real. Broken bones are real. If you think it's not real, then go try out for NXT and take a bump. Alrighty, or take time to talk with Steve Austin. Take time to look at medical reports. You haters will never win when it comes to real facts. X-rays, medical reports, superstars being forced to retire, even your favorite superstar. There's something to think about before you even spray the hate. You might be on the nosebleed section of the arena, and you're saying the ring looks small. How big do you want it? To fit the whole entire floor? Come on, stop with the hate. Those wrestling companies are doing good too, and those uh, people that supports WWE with money or what they're doing good for, they're not going to listen to you. Even Make a Wish Foundation ain't going to listen to you because they see the video, they see the facial expressions. They're not going to believe you. Okay. No, I'm not going to. No, I'm not slandering you, but the fact is, you haters will never win because video doesn't lie, including live video. You can hate all you want. You're not forced to watch the show at all. So grow up. Pull up your big pants. Look at the facial expressions. Go try it out your own self. Go try out for WWE and see how you can take that bump. You're going to be hurting, but don't say I never warned you because never try it at home. That's it for the main event. We'll see you next Saturday with another sports roundup. I think I like this better besides every day. Um, but I like it every day too because of the scores of Major League Baseball, but I can't be here every day. I don't want to work 7 days a week, if you know what I mean. Alrighty, let me tell you the score before I let you off. The Senior League Baseball World Series Championship still underway on ESPN. Australia 2, Illinois 7, 2 outs, 22 pitches, top of the 7th. Bases loaded. We'll see you next week on CWN Sports. Y'all have a great weekend. Like I said, wrestling is not fake. Don't listen to the haters because the haters don't know what they're talking about.